Hey, I'm TC. I'm here to talk to you today about my friend AVA, a Veterans Affairs Media. Some of you might know me from my channel, Minnesota Black Robe Regiment. I'm the host and founder of that show. I'm also the co-host of Veteran Nation along with Mike Arthur. Both of us would consider AVA a good friend and a brother in arms, fellow veteran. And what AVA is here to tell you today is about his experience trying to get a redress of his grievances heard when the Veterans Affairs Administration failed him. You see, AVA went off, signed up to fight for his country, and was then abandoned when he needed them the most. You see, for over 20 years, well really for over 82 years, we have spent our time sending young men and now young women off to fight senseless wars. And especially for the last 20 plus years, we have been sending them off into the longest protracted engagement in the United States military, only to bring them home and abandon them. And that's exactly what AVA experienced. See, my brother in arms, my fellow veteran, didn't go overseas to fight in different combats of theater. He didn't sign up in the military to kill innocent people. He signed up because he wanted to serve his country. And at the end of that time of service, he expected to be taken care of, like the promise said he would be. Sadly, he's been abandoned. And you can have whatever political view you want, you can have whatever perspective on war that you want to have, but no matter what that perspective is, you have to acknowledge that we owe our veterans something. We owe them for being even willing to put their life on the line. But that's not what is happening, and we've seen this play out time and time and time again, whether it be strictly on my channel or on my show or over at Veterans Nation. We have talked to countless veterans who have all suffered exactly the same problems, exactly the same treatment. So I want you to pay close attention to what my brother has to say in this video. I want you to pay close attention to how he's treated in this video. And I want you to ask yourself, when you think about people who swear an oath to the Constitution of the United States, who swear an oath to keep and defend the Republic free from enemies both foreign and domestic, if this is what you expect to see them treated as when they come home and look for that help that they deserve. And if you can say at the end of this video that this is exactly what you would expect, then the blame falls on you. And if at the end of this video you can say that that's not how our veterans should be treated, then you have some answering to do and some explaining to do for your lack of compassion and concern. I love you, brother. Tell these people the truth. Long line. All right. Feels good in here.
How's it going? I just came from the state office, and they said that the Congress offices are here. I called the phone number from inside. They told me to walk across the street. Yeah, the representatives are here because they're not across the street.
They are here, but they're recessed until next year.
That doesn't mean we can't see them.
Well, no, they're not.
No, the trooper just told me that they're over here. Come over here.
You can process in and go see, but I mean, I see them all day, but we process through the members door.
So you're telling me there's no Congress members here?
I'm just saying I personally seen it.
All right. How do I just brought here?
Metals, electronics, the sign. Let me see that. There's a certain size that can come in.
It's folded.
All right. Hold.
Yeah, we have to hold it. It's folded.
Yeah, but it's the rules.
Because of why? That it can't be
Transport, use signs, posters, banners, not allowed people.
So you're limiting somebody's speech. Go ahead.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing what they tell me. That we get this poster board. It tells us the size of who that can come in, and then that's all I can do is measure it to that size. Now we can hold this sign for you, and then you can have it on the way back out.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I can. Or, because then I have to open it.
Gotta open it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just.
You gotta hold my sign. That's why I'm here, is to redress my government.
I understand. I'm just telling you. I do security here to check in. I don't. That's all. So I can't let this in because I walked the whole group that anything bigger than this poster board cannot come in.
I did, but they have rules about when you made the sign small.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Put stuff in the bucket. Put stuff in the bucket. Good job.
We're not prohibiting you from seeing ways that well, also not necessarily. Because if you want to stand out there with your sign, you can. It's 100 degrees and I'm 100% cold. So no, that is the you can see the sweat that just came from outside. I was outside. Oh, that is. But no, my point is that's the rule that you can do it all day, all night long. We're not going to stop doing it. But once you come into the building, there are certain that came in out control. Like for example, you're not getting in this building. You should go to security. There are some people. I'm saying for example, there are some people that like I don't want to go through it. That's cool. Don't go through it. You just don't come in. There are certain rules once you enter the building. So just like outside, you can scream and yell like you want, right? First Amendment. Once you come inside, you can't do that because now you're disrupting. I'm not saying that you're going to do it. I'm simply stating that sometimes people conflate freedom of speech and certain rules with their rights being infringed on. But it's not. But it's not part of the law to do whatever you want, whenever you want. But there's also case law that.
I just want to go upstairs. I'm being shafted by the VA. Congress doesn't want to help. I just want my help. I serve this country and carry medical care. Just like you guys, right? You guys are doing here for my state. I just do the same thing. I serve my country and I want to present my medal.
Believe it or not, I do understand where you're coming from. I'm not here to argue with you or tell you that you're wrong in any way, shape, or form. I support your ability to do that. But again,
Yeah, I was gonna say that you got to remember we've seen the same people like 10 times.
well, you got to sign the same size.
Yeah, it's coming. So
Hey, y'all too, man. I'm not fair because you're going to stay outside and let some.
I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. You don't care. Can I just talk to you?
You can talk to me, but I don't. I also don't make
You're law enforcement, right? Enforce the law, not policy.
Well, again, I don't make the rules. Okay, so let's go back to the statement you just said. Enforce the law, not policy, right? If you walk into a 7-Eleven and you say no, because it's the same. Conceptually, it's exactly the same. If you walk into a 7-Eleven and you say screw you, I'm using your employee's bathroom, right? You said, hey, it's employee only. There's no law on the books that says you can't use their employee bathroom. But if you, where do you think you are right now?
This is public property. Congress takes hold of things heavily, so it's public. So there's no.
Once you come in through those doors, I'm telling you that I'm just trying to explain it to you the best that I can.
Alright. I'll go live right now. I was trying to be respectful. There's no recording in the security area. When you tell me that, I'm gonna do it now. I came here to be respectful and redress my government peacefully. And now you guys are telling me that I'm limited.
There's no recording in the security area, sir. You cannot record in the security area, sir.
There's no sign.
That's
There's
not-
literally no sign, man. Come on.
Those are the rules.
You have to post it. Come on. I'm not naive. I served this country a little bit, just a little bit. I learned how to count to 4 at least.
Well, I'm not here to insult your intelligence, right? That's not what I have no intention of doing that. But it's also not our job to
You're trying to protect their policy instead of protecting my rights. That's what you're doing.
But it's also my job to enforce whatever the law is, whether I agree with it or not, right? Seatbelt, you gotta wear it. Whether I agree with it or not, you gotta wear a seatbelt, right?
But we're not in a car.
Okay, you're
trying to
taking
argue
what I'm
semantics
saying
with
is
me,
like
sir.
so, like,
I was in the army. We do semantics for breakfast.
okay.
So I'm
But my point is-
trying to be respectful with you guys. And you're telling me that I can't do what I'm legally allowed to do.
Oftentimes people think they're allowed to do things that they're not.
Can you show me?
And it's also not, and again, it's also not my responsibility to essentially give you like a whole legal class right here on the spot.
I don't need a legal class. I know my rights.
Okay, and that's fine.
Yes, sir.
I'm just simply saying, those are the rules that are in place. And again, I'm just using this as an example. The security check. If you want to come to the building, there's no law that says you have to go through a security checkpoint, right? There's no law that says you have to go through a security checkpoint, right? But if you want to get into this building, you're either gonna go through security or you're not coming in.
Well, I can actually walk around that legally, right? Because you don't even know if I have a medical condition.
Well, but you're still gonna get screened.
But that's fine.
There are people
You can
that-
touch me. I don't mind being touched. I like being touched. So you can all touch me at the same time.
Okay. Well, we're also not here to, just go back and forth with you.
Well, I'm here to redress my government, and you're telling me that I can't.
I'm not telling you that you can't.
Yeah, you guys literally have a size of a sign that limits speech. That's what it does. You're limiting my speech, something that I fought to protect, and fought to protect for other people as well. And you're telling me that I fought for nothing.
So, sir, you need to turn off the camera in the security area.
What's your name? I mean, you're telling me what to do, so what's your name?
You are not allowed
You're not allowed to
record or take pictures in the security area.
I'm not allowed to take pictures and record in a secure area in a public building. And I'm being limited on my speech because my sign is too big, apparently. You can't have a certain size. What's the dimensions? You're more than welcome to walk around. I'm not in the way. It's 30 by 30?
Yep.
So you have to have a 30 by 30 sign or you can't use a sign at all. So they limit speech.
And
That's not the CC law. Show me the law. I'm gonna look it up right now.
right there.
So if one of my mods can go ahead and look that up and see if this is actually pertains to free speech, because that's limiting free speech. I'm not coming in here with a sign like that or advertising a business. That's what that's for. You know that. See, that's why you're not arguing, because you know, sir.
No, I just make it practice to not argue with people.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're done with our conversation.
Fair enough.
So may I come in with my sign? So I'm being told that I have to cut my sign if it doesn't fit their criteria, which is 30 inches by 30, to limit speech. That I'm not allowed to bring my sign in that says AMI BERA hates veterans. And these troopers, they took an oath to the same Constitution that you and I did, but they don't care. And they want to just limit speech here in the security area. There's no signs, and they know California Penal Code says you got to post those signage. But I'm the one that's wrong. You serve your country, you get nothing back. So can I please go in? Or can I have your business cards?
I don't have business cards.
Can I have your name? I don't want to approach you guys.
No, it's fine. You can approach me if you want. I'm not worried about
Mind
it.
if I take a picture of your ID?
If you want to, sure. It's
All right.
Officer Franklin 17999.
Not trying to get too close to you. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
worried about it. It's right here.
Roger. No, I was just looking at your badge, man. Or what's your
right
name?
there.
May I see your
And my
name?
nameplate's right there.
Roger. But what's your name, though?
I just told you it's Franklin
Oh,
17999.
but you don't have to tell people right there.
You asked me what my name was.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling
your
you.
name's not right there. I'm just.
My name's
I'm being
literally-
facetious. I'm being
Oh,
facetious.
you're saying
man.
right
All
there. I got you. I see what you're saying.
See, I'm not a bad guy. I'm trying to make it lively for you. But you're limiting my speech. You're not. You're literally telling me that I can't exercise my First Amendment right.
I'm telling you the same thing I would tell anybody else because the rules are the rules, right?
No, they're not. Actually, they're not. Because if they were, you would have already gotten rid of me.
Would have gotten rid of you?
Yeah, you would have had me exited from the building. But I'm not wrong. This is still a public lobby, and you're telling me that I have to cut my sign in order to come in. I'm not cutting the
So you have
sign.
to damage your sign. Your sign just has to be. Has to meet the
So
criteria.
does it say that online where the general public can find that information, saying that, hey, you got to chop your sign down to 30 by 30 in order to come into this building because you're not advertising a business?
I'm not sure if it does or not.
Then why would you have it enforced if you don't even know the code? I looked it up. I looked these things up before I go. Yes, sir. Go ahead,
What the
man.
deal is, man.
It's not the deal. That's not the deal. The deal is that my rights come before their policies. The Supreme Court also backs that up. That's the court of the highest land of this great nation that we serve. And you're telling me that none of that matters now because they have a size for a sign. Just do the right thing. Have some integrity and tell them to stop bothering me about a size of a sign.
Again, criteria, that's what it is.
Do you want me to pull up the Constitution for you? The Constitution are God-given rights, things that we were born with that cannot be abridged. That's what they're for. Like everything that I'm doing right now. I'm not doing nothing wrong, and you want to tell me to cut my sign in half. Okay, my apologies. I don't have the proper dimensions.
I don't want to argue semantics.
I just want to go upstairs. I just want to go and redress my government, and you're telling me I can't.
I'm not telling you that you can't.
Then let me go through.
You're welcome to do it. If you want to bring signage in, your signs just have to meet whatever criteria.
My sign is too big for a hallway. I don't see how that's a problem. Like if you can legitimately tell me how this is a problem, then I won't use the sign. She just told you to ignore me. I'm just asking a question, and I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. I'm trying to do what's my right. You're all Americans. Why don't you support your rights?
You keep asking the same question over and over and over, and you've already been told what the criteria is, and you either.
So if I go, what's going to happen if I go through with my sign?
You're going to get ejected from the building.
All right. What does that mean?
I'm sure you know what it means.
No, I need you to tell me.
I just told you.
Ejected.
And you don't want to argue semantics.
I want you to tell me verbally what's going to happen if I continue. Ejected doesn't mean anything. I could be ejected from the game, I could be ejected from the field, ejected from the aircraft. And are you threatening me with trespass? Is that what you're saying? I need you to say that, and then I'll leave. You're looking at him because he has to give you approval.
He doesn't have to give you approval.
Well, you can't solicit a trespass either. So if you guys want me gone and you want to trample my rights, the rights that all of you have, and you're gonna let him do it too, then I'll leave. Tell him to trespass me. You guys are opening yourself up to a lawsuit. I'm here to redress my government. It has nothing to do with you guys. So are you gonna trespass me or not? Because I'm gonna continue on my way. I'll sign in. You can scan my whatever you need to. Yeah, go ahead. You can scan,
Like I said,
send
man,
my stuff through.
You can't bring your sign in. It's too big.
It's not too big. Yes, sir. It's my stuff. It's my water and my camera.
Okay. Well, if that stuff can clear security, you're more than welcome to bring that stuff with you.
I'm bringing my sign too because you're literally telling me I can't use my First Amendment.
No, I'm not telling you that you can't use the First Amendment. I'm just simply telling you that you have to adhere to the rules of the building.
So how do you want your name on the lawsuit? You want it first name, last name, or last name, first name? I'm asking you seriously question. I'm asking you a serious question right now.
Ask me a question, I don't have to answer it.
That's actually your policy. When the public asks you a question, you answer it. Okay. So if I walk through here, you're going to trespass me? I need to know so that I don't give myself a criminal action, so I don't give myself a rap.
We've told you what the criteria is for the sign.
Okay, so are you going to trespass me or are you going to arrest me? Because if you're going to arrest me, I'll leave. Because I got other stuff to do. I got other places to protest. Shaking your head doesn't give me an answer, sir. I'm asking you a legitimate question. Are you going to arrest me or trespass me? Because if either or is going to happen, I will leave.
If you have other places that you want to protest, it might be a better,
right up there.
It might be a better use of your time, especially if you want to bring your sign with you.
You're being vague, officer. I need you to tell me clearly what you're going to do if I cross this threshold.
Well, like I said.
Hey, how's it going? This is your guys' supervisor?
No.
Just your guys' backup? So are we going to just stand out here all day and just try to figure this out?
You're not the first person.
I'm not the first person to redress my government. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you, man.
So it is what it is. There are rules.
You know what they say about people that say that? Probably a murderer. It is what it is. C'est la vie. You got that blue line across your hat too. Biggest thug organization in the world. Blue Line Gang. So are you going to trespass me or are you going to... Because you can't just say ejected. You need to let me know so I know that I'm not just standing here for no reason. Because you initiated contact with me.
We initiated contact with you because you're refusing to follow the rules of the building.
Can you show me where it says, or is printed actual law that I can't carry this sign in?
Do they have to have a law at the front of a convenience store that says don't steal? Right? There's some things that, like, we tell you can't do it.
So if I tell you to actually enforce the law, you're not going to do it because that's what's happening right now. Why do you keep looking around? I'm legitimately asking you, are you going to trespass me or are you going to arrest me so I know if I'm going to leave or not?
I'm with you in a moment, sir.
You don't care about my rights. The rights that I fought for, that I served this country for.
I absolutely care about your rights.
Then why are you telling me I can't take my sign upstairs?
I'm simply letting you know.
There's no vulgar verbiage on there. It literally says AMI BERA hates veterans.
And that's your First Amendment right. But again, there's rules regarding signage. I don't make the rules.
No, you can't limit speech. So if I go through here, are you telling me that you're going to arrest me for taking a sign upstairs? Because you're going to tell the judge that. I'm being serious.
It is a violation of California Code regulations to bring a
What?
sign.
That's for businesses. This is actually a protesting item.
That's fine. In state facilities, there are California Code regulations that lay out very specific.
Right, and I just told him what it actually lays out. Right, it's for businesses. for when you're
For state facilities, so it's 1860A of the California Code of Regulations.
right. But what does it pertain to? It doesn't pertain to protesting. It's only for businesses.
No, it pertains to bringing in political signage
So
into
you-
state facilities.
So you're limiting. So you're telling me that CCF limits speech. CCR. Oh, California. Okay, so you're telling me that I'm limited speech by California law.
You're not limited speech, you're limited with what size of signs you can bring into a facility.
Okay, so
You can come in and your First Amendment rights, you're all good.
so it looks like you got stripes. Sorry. So, are you guys gonna arrest me or trespass me if I cross this threshold with my sign that says AMI BERA hates veterans?
It is a misdemeanor violation.
Misdemeanor. What crime is that?
In 1860 of the California Code of Regulations say you're not allowed to bring signs. of
So
that size
you're gonna
into
arrest
state
me?
facilities.
Will you arrest me if I cross this threshold?
It is a misdemeanor.
That's not the question.
It's an arrestable misdemeanor.
Okay, so you will arrest me if I cross through.
I'm telling you that the sign is too big. It is in violation
But
of
will-
the California Code of Regulations.
But will you arrest me for it? Because it's just a sign of protest, my First Amendment right, which cannot
It
be
is your
abridged.
First Amendment right.
Did you
It is
serve?
not your First Amendment right to bring in that sign, because that sign is in violation because of the size of the sign.
Can I get your name and your badge number on a piece of paper?
Yeah, Sergeant File.
On a piece of paper?
19289.
Can I get it on a piece of paper, please?
It's Sergeant File. I know you're recording.
Can you-
so if
can you
have a
spell it?
recording, Sergeant File ID 19289.
What?
You can check it on your recording.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
letting you know what the California Code of Regs say.
Okay, and what was your name? Yeah, okay, so how do you guys want your names written on the lawsuit?
You can write it just like that. Sergeant File ID
Oh, I don't do rank anymore.
19289.
I don't get paid for that.
Okay. I've explained to you what the law is.
Okay,
Your First Amendment right is
limited.
preserved to come in here. You cannot just bring that size.
I can't bring- I can't bring my sign in.
You could bring any sign.
Yes, sir. All right, so under threat of arrest, I'm leaving.
If the sign is this big, it can come inside. That
Oh,
sign's too big.
if it was this big, it could come in too. 30 by 30 is what that sign says. So now you just dropped it down to less than 12 inches.
No, it's whatever the sign, whatever the code.
You don't even know, sir. Come on, Sergeant.
That one's too big. That sign is too big.
Oh, I get it. It's too big for you guys. Can't fit it in.
You're more than welcome to make a smaller sign and come back.
Oh, I'm more than welcome to have the sign too, and you guys know that. So, good luck. This is the way they treat you when.
I'm gonna be able to come inside. I really don't care about keeping you out. That's what we're trying to do.
Oh, I know
I'm
what you're
letting
trying
you
to
know
do.
just what the law says. You're making this way harder than it needs to be. If your sign is the size
All right,
that it's
I just-
permitted to be, you can bring it inside.
I got one thing that I want to leave you with. I'm a veteran, and I fought for this country and those rights that you just trampled on. I want, yes. You literally told me I can't come in because my sign is too big, but that's okay. That's okay. Some things are too big for some small holes. But I'll leave now, since you want to trample on my rights, man.
You're more welcome to come in without the sign or a sign that is the proper size.
It's limiting speech.
It's not really the
Speech also pertains to signs, but that's okay.
It does.
If
If
you're
the
gonna,
sign is the right size.
all right, I'll see you around, sir. That's the way they do it here, guys. I'm just trying to exercise my free rights. All right, well, I guess I'll get out of here because now they're calling for more of their little buddies. That's sad, man. Can't even, you're not even allowed to see your congressman with a sign. Crazy. Came here to talk about Congressman AMI BERA and how he hates veterans. But apparently, according to California code, you can't have a sign bigger than 30 by 30. And my sign, I think, is perfectly sized for what I try to do. How are you going to get people's attention with a small ass sign? That's all right. You guys all saw that. We're not going to limit your speech, but you just can't bring your sign in. Well, not much else I can do. They're not going to let me upstairs. I'm in between 1021 O Street and the state office, or the Secretary of the State's office. Yeah, I'm just beginning this route, so if there's other folks out there that want to come back and do a redress, more than welcome. 1021 O Street. 1021 O Street. This is where you have to have a tiny sign in order to redress your government. Apparently, Congress representatives are here. They're kind of here, or they're not here. They're on recess, but the Capitol building is under construction, so they moved them over down the street to this loft type place. And my sign's too big for their tiny holes. You're good enough to serve this country, but you're not good enough to be served. Well, everybody, I appreciate you being here, having quite the adventure downtown with the law. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go home now. Everybody have a good day.